you wonderful people. I am at Paintsville Lake this morning. I'm going to fish the 606 kayak bass fishing tournament. It's a small local tournament. I haven't fished one this year, and I thought, you know, I'm going to fish today anyway. I may as well make it a tournament. So hopefully I won't suck. That's the main thing. And I had a great week, or a great trip here 2 weeks ago, so hopefully I'll be able to at least repeat that and catch some keepers. It's only a 3 fish limit, 12-inch minimum. So come on with me, let's see what we catch. There was a hit, but he's little, so I can keep fishing here. Well, I'm gonna fish a frog. I was throwing keitech just to kind of get out of the boat ramp area, so I'm gonna throw a frog here. I'm in shallow water and it's weedy, so I thought I'll throw a frog here just for a little bit, not for very long. Then I'm gonna get some other stuff here, but I thought I'd throw this frog for a little bit. He sees me, and what's he do? He comes right around me, and I'll just cut you off. No regard for anybody. Doesn't care. Guess I'll be going somewhere else. Well, let's cut over to the shallow spot. Let's see what's there. Tell you, what I see jumping out here isn't very big, so I am going to actually put on one of these Gulp, this little 3-inch Gulp, that chartreuse and white. Yeah, there we go. These are just a little bit smaller, and I just kind of wonder if maybe a change of color will get them to bite a little bit. So let's try one of these Gulp here. Thing on there. And down it goes. Good deal. All right, see what happens. Well, there's the first one. Oh, daggone it. I don't think that would have been a 12-incher, but it's probably close. All right, there's one. Get the net out this time. Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. Well, crap. Why am I not keeping fish today? Look at that. Not what I'm here for, but man, that's a solid crappie. Dang it. I almost brought my fish. Whoa, 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 dude. Yeah, what a beautiful fish. Well, no skunk. Look at that big black stripe down the... I can't tell. I messed my camera up the other day. Anyway, what a beautiful crappie. Not what I want, but all right. At least I know they're in here. Oh, I got my new net hooked up too. I finally got a wider base down here so I can put it in. So, we're all fancy now. All right. Not a skunk, but not a bass. It's kind of weedy and shallow in here, so I'm going to try this fluke. And I've got it rigged weedless. I got some new hooks at Borders. I think they're called, not trocarpy, they're called anyway. They're made for soft jerk bait. So it's got a little thing in there, and see what happens. I'm going to try a Ned rig real quick. I'm on a rocky point. And this is one of those Z-Man. It's called Boar Hogs, I believe. Looks really good. So let's just see if that gets anybody to bite. I need to turn my kayak around here. Somebody's got it. This might go 12, I don't know. Let's see. So, before I get anything, all right, no, he's only 10 and a half. Okay. Well, all right, not a skunk, but not big enough. All right. It may be a Cinco day. Let's just see what happens. Oh, that one. Oh, that's a keeper. That's a 12. I'm not a skunk. Ah, stop jumping. All right, not a skunk. Woo, that's a nice bass. Oh, all right, now we got to go in here. You got to get the hook out first. You can't have the hook in there whenever you're measuring them. All right, boy, he's wound up. And I got to get my net positioned so that if he jumps, he doesn't go out the boat. And I got to get my phone out. Gotta pull up Tourney X. Let's take a photo here. All right, now you gotta be real careful. You gotta keep their mouth closed. You can't have your hand, all right, boy, he's wound. You can't have your hand covering up their gill plates. Yeah, he's 12 and a half. Gill plates or their tail. They want to be able to see that you haven't somehow altered the fish, which is what people do sometimes. Oh shoot, you need your tournament marker. Daggone it. Well, I forgot that thing. You got to have your tournament marker out. All right, dude. All right, let's try this again. You got to have the mouth closed, and of course now he wants to open his frickin' mouth. And you got to have the marker on there, visible, so they can see what's going on. If you would just chill. Let me see what it looks like. All right, God, the fun of tournament fishing. Sorry, dude. Yep. No, he's in good shape. He's ready to go. Well, that was a mess. Ah, Lord. Not a skunk. Lord, I've got all kinds of footage I don't need. Holy crap. Man, that was a big fish. Oh, you know what happened? A bluegill had my wacky worm, and the bass went after the bluegill. I can't guess what just happened. Wow, cool. All right. Let's see what happens if I throw a wacky worm in there. May not be what he wants, but there was somebody lurking. Oh, that's a good one. I think that's another keeper. Come on, baby. All right. I think that's a little bit bigger this time. Hallelujah. Well, I don't know if that's the one that chased the bluegill, but what's going on there? There we go. But it's definitely another one. Oh, good deal. All right, let's get set up here first. All right, let's get set up here. Yay. Just make sure before we get it all set up. All right, dude. Stop. Stop. Lord. Oh, yeah, that's 12. Well, shoot, make sure. Oh, yeah, 12 1/4. All right. So, well, gotta get my net set up first. I gotta get the hook out. They don't like them hooked up still. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get out my phone. And I got my tournament identifier. Like I said, that's one thing you gotta have. Tournament identifier. And I like to have my board slanted like this so it forces their mouth closed. Take a photo. That's 12 1/4. I'd love to get my limit and then go from there. That would be awesome. Then to spend the day upgrading, I got to get one more. I'm liking my new net. It's got a much longer handle, obviously. little bit heavier, but I really like it. So I think that's a keeper. All right, let me get back over this way and see what happens. I'm not sure if that's a bluegill or a bass. I think it's a bluegill. It took off fast. Usually that's what happens. I don't know. He's right up here. Oh, that's another bass. Heck yeah. That's another keeper. I got my limit now. Alright, bud. Golly, he took it right off that thing. That's awesome. Man, he hit that like a bluegill. Alright. Alright, let me get my net ready. A mouthful of water. It's alright. Let's get everything out. I'm just talking like it's on. This is going to be number 3. That's awesome. Boy, he's barely hooked. You see that hook just came right out. Dang. All right, buddy. Let's get you up here. What are we talking about here? He's over 30. Yeah, he's 13 and a half. Heck yeah, man. All right. Don't move, please. Be a good boy. Be a good boy. Cool beans. Let's submit the catch to the leaderboard. Well, there's 3. That's a limit. He's all the way under here. Come on, dude. Gee, Merry Christmas. Come on. All right. What a beautiful fish. I can't tell what I'm getting on my cameras right now, but that's 3 in the boat. And that is a limit. So now we just have to upgrade. Hard to trying to fish a tournament and record. Now I've got to fish. I got to put a new battery, and this is down to about probably 10%. So I did bring my bag this time, so I know which is good and which is bad. Let's put a new battery in. Not that hard to do. And the way I've got my setup going. Now the one thing I have to do is once I've got the battery in, I've got to reconnect it to my remote. And if you don't have one of these, they're worth the 80 bucks. I'm telling you, it's awesome. Repairing my file. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Okay. And it's working. It's connected. Okay, cool. That bass hit just like a bluegill, because I mean it just took off, and I thought, well, it's just a bluegill, and I wasn't really worried too much about it. And all of a sudden the line was up under my kayak, which then tells me, well, that's not a bluegill, that's a bass. All right, let me check the battery on this one now. I'm gonna fish back up here real quick. I didn't really get to fish that very well. I'll come back around to where I was. 3 in the boat. That's awesome. 3 submitted. So it is barefooting time. Good deal. I like it when the shoes come off. I tell you, I was beginning to worry a little bit about if I was going to catch anything. It was a rough morning for a while there. But, It's all good now. I got 3, and it's all been Cinco. Nope. There's a hit, either a bluegill or a bass. I'm gonna get, well, it's running, it's a bass. That's another keeper. Now, is it a upgrade? I don't know. I think it might be. All right, Bubba. Yeah, that's an upgrade. That's awesome. I was just thinking about maybe throwing a, I don't know why my line's getting stuck on my rod down there. It's driving me crazy. Anyway, I was just thinking about maybe trying a swim jig, but tell you what, I don't think so. All right, well, I don't know. Let's see. What have I've got 12 and a half, 12 and a quarter, and 13 and a quarter. And this fella is 12 and a half, so he'd be a 1/4 inch upgrade. All right, I'll take it. Oh, cool. Let's see. I need to, now, here, let me turn my top camera off there. I need to get that hook out first. And he has got that. Let's see here. Let me come up through his gills. Yeah, he nailed that thing. Yeah. Where is the hook? There it is. Oh, just about had it. Dang it. There it is. All right, let's put him back there. Cool. Now, got to do all my stuff here. I need him to stretch 12 and a half. Mouth is closed. All right, so what we got here real quick. Let's get this fella back in the water. Thank you, buddy. Oh. All right, that was a 1/4 inch upgrade. So I've got 2 12 and a halves and a 13 and a quarter. All right, that's what I gotta remember. Let's just keep fishing here. Yeah, I really like this net. This net's working out very well. I needed something with a longer handle, so. All right, so that is what, 12 and a half, 12, 25, 30, 38 and a quarter. Oh well, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm not gonna win this thing. I don't really care about that, but I'm not skunked and I'm actually upgrading, so there you go. Let me feel my line, make sure it's not all kinky here. Oh, all good. All right, let's keep fishing. And I don't know if the 4-inch profile is just a, you know, it's an inch smaller than most Cincos. And I know these fish see a lot of Cincos. Everybody's throwing Cinco. So I don't know if that smaller profile is just enough to tempt them, or if they just hit Cinco no matter what. I may go to a bigger one here in a little bit and just see if there's much difference. I really think with Cinco, you just find a bass, they're going to hit it. I don't think it's that difficult. Here a couple weeks ago, I didn't start until like 2 in the afternoon. So the bite I had was all through the afternoon, so it's still quite early. It's only, well, it's 10:26 right now. So I've still got, well, what have I got? 11, 12, 1, 2, 4.5 hours to fish. So like I said, when I caught the ones I caught last a couple weeks ago. Those were all after too, so I've still got the whole morning and even some of the afternoon bite to go through. So hopefully I'll get some 15 inches on the board. Something you kind of want to have. This is my catch-all bag. It's like a lunch box, and I've got antihistamines in here. I've got a first aid kit in here. I got all kinds of stuff, but I also carry just a little bit of heartburn prevention, because I stopped at Old McDonald's this morning and got 2 pieces of sausage and 2 eggs, and right now they're starting to set me on fire, so time for a Pepsid. Just always have stuff you might need in your kayak, because you never know when you're going to need it. Let's fish. Oh, daggone it. Man, he ran straight out from there, and I did not get the hook. I could feel him poop. Come on, baby. I think this is another upgrade. Come on. Come here, big boy. Oh, I think I got another upgrade. And that dude cut me off already fished here. There you go. That's why you just keep on fishing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's an upgrade. Let's see here. Let's see, big fella. Whatever you want to be done. Great. I'm going to come off the hook. Let's see here. Oh yeah, 13 inch. All right, another upgrade. Oh, let's turn that one off. Let's get ourselves set up here. And the one thing you don't want them to do is flip into the water, so you always keep your net on the head of them. That way, if they flip into the net. Oh, I cannot tell what I'm doing. All right. Let's see what the standings are right now. I'm in second place right now. How about that? Well, only 2 of us have suspended any fish. All right. Good deal. All right. All right, let's get this guy out of here. All right, buddy, I'm sorry. He's like, hey, you know, some of us can't breathe here. It'd be great if I could go back in the water. Thank you, bud. Another upgrade. So that's a 1/2 inch upgrade. There he goes. I got a 12.5, a 13.25, and a 13 now. Cool. I really do like these longer hooks. I had those short ones last time. These longer hooks, they tend to get better hookups, and they don't seem to swallow them as much. So I do like these longer hooks. And that's just that little 4-inch Yum Dinger Cinco. All right, man, another upgrade. Woohoo! Let's try and get some. I'd love to get some over 15. I need to get some 15 inchers. Oh lordy! All right, let's keep fishing. Go fish, and I haven't checked my line. It's fine. So All right, let me, in fact, the other guy's about ready to come off, so let's put him through another. There we go. All right, I'm gonna keep fishing down this bank. Good deal, sun's out. Getting my feet warmed up, feels so good. I did put on a sunscreen before I even came, so I've got 50 on my feet, on my hands, ears, neck, all that stuff. I always sunscreen up before I even come out, because I know if I try to do it on the water, it'll never be the same. So all right, got this whole bank to fish. Let's go. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Woo! I wonder if any of the kayakers competing in the tournament watched my video. Probably not. I always wonder about that. I don't think I think this is basically just, you know, you submit your catches and then you just go home. I don't think there's an award ceremony or anything like that. I think they just will pay out I think they said the top three get paid, and they pay out 100%. And there's only 10 people in the tournament, unless oh, there's something right there. That's well, it's either a small bass or a bluegill. That was a bluegill. So I don't know. You know, it won't pay out a whole lot, and it's not a big, huge tournament, but still a lot of fun. Yeah, he's live scoping. You know, if you want to pay the money, I guess sure. See, he's out there. I just saw him turn the scope out there, so he's seeing there's fish out here, and I don't know that I'd want to fish looking at a screen all the time. I guess it was really tough. I might want to do it, but I don't know. I have to debate that. I mean, it's a pretty stout investment if you do it, but I don't know. I just like to fish. I think watching a screen would just kind of be like being at home. And maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Having any luck? Yeah, I've gotten a few too. None of them very big.
I've got one 16.5.
Nice, nice.
That's the biggest one. I caught it first thing.
Yeah, I caught mine biggest is 13.25. So
once I got 3, I was like, yeah, time to start throwing something for a big fish.
that's the truth. Well, I got 3 too, so it's kind of like let's go from there.
I'm gonna throw an A-rig and maybe my glide bait or something.
Yeah, you got the big fish. All right, man. Good luck.
Good luck. What's your name?
Andy.
Andy, my name's Aaron.
Oh, Aaron. Do you know Walt?
Yeah, I know Walt.
I thought so. We fished 2 years ago at Dewey.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I saw your name on there, and I thought that's got to be him. Well, good luck, man.
Hey, good talking to you.
You too, Aaron. Tell Walt hi for me.
I'll tell him.
Maybe pin him a time or two or something.
Oh, yeah, don't worry.
See you, Aaron. Oh, you're on my channel. Do you mind if I had you on my channel?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I had that thing going, I forgot. I fished with him a couple of years ago when I first started, maybe 3 years ago now, gosh. Probably 3 years ago. He knows one of my coworkers. They actually do jiu-jitsu together. I think he probably said that, but yeah, I think he and I are the only two who have caught anything so far, so good deal. I don't mind that at all. He's gone to bigger baits. He's trying to upgrade, and that's what I probably need to do. I'd like to get some 15s. If I could get some 15s, that would be awesome. So, yeah, that's funny. You see people out. I guess the kayak fishing world's a small world. Yep. Nice. Do what? Is that right?
I thought it was a hybrid.
They're in here.
I know. My brother hooked a big one one time.
Yeah, well, they got that shad going on, so those hybrids should get huge.
This is probably a 4+.
No kid. Nice, Aaron. Daggone, dude. Here, I'll get that on video. I've got my camera on. Man, that's a horse. Oh shoot, let me stop it. That's a nice fish.
Heck yeah.
About a 19-inch probably.
Probably.
There you go. Is there a big
rig, man? That's why I was throwing it.
Yeah, I was just sitting there and I'm going, you know what? I've got 3 on the board too. Actually, yeah, I've got more than well.
Fish for bigs, man.
That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to kind of change over and maybe start throwing something, like I said, something like a little bit bigger. Because it won't do me any good to catch a bunch of 13 inchers.
I was throwing a Ned rig earlier. That's what I caught all those other ones.
Well, I've been throwing Cinco.
Yeah, Cinco about the same.
Yeah, about the same. And that's why I caught all mine on.
I just was like, you know what? Once I get 3, I'm going big.
Going big. I don't blame you. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah. I think unless other people haven't posted anything, we're the only 2 that have anything on the board.
Yeah, which a lot of them could be upriver. You don't know up there.
I didn't see anybody launch.
There's other boat ramps, yeah. I saw 2 other guys put in here.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. It's not quite 19 like I thought. 17.25.
But still, it's a solid 3.5 pound.
With that 16 I got.
There you go. Well, if they're up, yeah, I know. I've never found that other ramp, but I thought I just, you know, again, I'm here for fun, and I've always had pretty good luck on this end of the lake, so I thought I ain't gonna.
He would put his tail down. Come on, buddy, cooperate.
Well, good job, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
You gotta be the winner right now, or the leader.
He daggone destroyed that A-rig.
That's awesome.
I saw him on live scope.
You know, I've really debated. I only have just a little Garmin Striker 4. I just don't know if I want live scope or not. I mean, it's.
Dude, I love it.
You know, I guess you can obviously you know where the fish are and what you're doing.
Yep.
So rather than just kind of throwing it, you know what's going on.
Exactly.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
That's awesome. It's
I
funny.
Didn't go very far when I found him. I threw out way like probably 30 feet out from the bank.
Yeah.
I just saw him on live. Oh, he was sitting right up above. Gosh.
He's like, I'm out of here, dude.
He was sitting right above. There was like a tree or something in the water, and I saw 2 dogs sitting right above it.
I'll be darned.
And I just brought it right over top of him, and he was like,
That would be fun to watch.
it was awesome.
All right, man.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
all right. I gotta put on some bigger baits now.
Yep.
I gotta quit with this little Cinco.
Hey, I might have caught Ken beating me just now.
No, yeah, I ain't gonna beat anybody. I just didn't want to suck. Last time I did the Yatesville tournament last year and didn't catch a fish that counted.
Yeah.
And I said, that's it. I can't. I just didn't want to be, you know, a 0.
Yeah, you ain't a 0.
So now that I got 3, I'm like, okay, I'm not a 0, so let's find something bigger. All right, man.
Go for hero when you got 3.
Well, I got 3.
That's what we do.
All right, man. Talk to you. I went up to the actually the next size up Cinco, so it's a little bit bigger, and trying to see if I can get maybe a little bit bigger bite here. And I'm about ready to go to a bigger Texas rig type bait and see if I can get something bigger to bite on that, because I guess now I got to upgrade. I've got fish on the board, and so not a skunk. Now it's just a matter of getting some that are bigger so I can call out the ones I don't need. There's a hit. That was a blue giller bass. is, I think it's bass. It's not an upgrade though. No, it's a trout. Well, there you go. What a pretty trout. That is a nice, man, if I were keeping fish today, I'd have a crappie and a trout in the bag. That is crazy. I never expected to catch a trout. Oh, gosh, I hate to touch these guys. All right, dude, chill. They're a very fragile fish, so let's see if I can just not even touch him and get him off that way. There he goes. How about that? A rainbow trout on a 5-inch Cinco. He was thumping on it like a bluegill, so that's what I thought it was. Well, heck yeah, man. Lord, he ripped that thing all apart. All right, I need to change out this battery, so let me do that, and I'll get to fishing some more. That's great. Oh, that's a fish. That's a better one. That's a much better one. That's a good one. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. No, come on, get in there. There we go. Nice. That's a nice bat. That's probably a 15-incher. 15-incher. Yes. Whew. That's a nice fish. All right. Yep. I know that's an upgrade. So let's get ready for it. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, he's. Keep the tail down, big boy. He's 14 1/4 if I can get him to chill out for a minute. Yes, good deal. Another upgrade. All right, big fella. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, big boy. Yes. My leader is rough as rough can be, so I'm going to have to tie on a whole new leader. It's rough. I couldn't believe how far up. It's been taking me into the trees and stuff. Like right there. I mean, this is how much of my leader I need to take off. Well, you know what? I can go one more worm with that. All right. So I don't have to tie on a new leader quite yet. Yeah, but that's just I couldn't believe how many, or how far up. I do tie on about, I don't know, eight or so feet of leader, just to try and give myself extra just in case. So let me retie here and let's get back to fishing. That water's stained enough. I'm not worried about having a short leader. Of course, the wind is blowing me this way. Crap. There are boats everywhere. There must be a bass tournament today too, or a bass boat tournament today too. I mean, well, of course it's Saturday and it's not rainy and it's a little bit chilly, but you know, from what we've been facing, this is an awesome day. Oh, do ran out of the tree with it. Oh man, shoot. I don't think that was an upgrade though. It looked like about a 12-incher. Didn't think I had anything on there. I turned the camera off and turned it back on and realized my line was going that way. All right. Still biting. Let's keep fishing. I'm gonna throw the swim jig now. I've been throwing the Senko for a while, and bites kind of stopped on it. I did tie on a longer leader to see if that helps, but the wind's starting to blow, and I just having a really hard time fishing the Senko. So I'm gonna throw this down this bank and maybe try to find something a little out of the wind here. So let's throw this little swim bait for a little while and see what happens. I did see that one bass bust on those bluegill, or bust on that bluegill that was apparently, oh, there's a fish right there. Oh shoot, there's a fish right there. Daggone it. Sitting there talking and not paying attention. I had a thump and another thump. Well, shoot. All right. Anyway, I saw that bass bust on those bluegill that were fooling with my Senko, so I thought, you know, let's put up a bluegill profile and see if anything wants to bite it, and I just missed one. Don't think. Shoot, that might be an upgrade. I don't know. Yeah, he might. Stop. Shoot, should have got my net out. I didn't though. All right, let's see real quick. I think I've got a 13.25. What you got here? No, he's only yeah, he's only 12 1/4, so that's not an upgrade, so we'll let this one go, and if he doesn't spike me or hook me, I'll be happy. There you go, it's out. 12 1/4, but not an upgrade, and the wind is not my friend, but that's all right. All right, I put on a new Senko. Going back to Senko. I threw a creature bait for a while, like a crawl bait. Thrown several different things, but the only thing that seems to be working is the Senko. So back to the Senko. I just have to keep my kayak turned into the wind, and I can fish it. But it's quick. I mean, I have to just dink it and go, because this freaking wind will blow you back quick. It's really picking up. It was supposed to do that this afternoon, but I was hoping it would hold off. All right, let's keep fishing here. Shoot, he wasn't that great. All right, try again. coming by now. Oh. 2 in a row comes screaming by here. And this is a skinny lake, so I don't know if I'd come through here wide open, but you know, whatever. If you don't know this lake, there are some hidden timber that will take your lower unit out in a heartbeat. The challenge I'm having is I'm having to keep my kayak moving forward, and when you're trying to dead stick a Senko, it's pretty hard to do. So I'm throwing out, but then the bait is up here when I try to set the hook, and I'm not getting good hook sets. Maybe this wind will stop. Just to see, what time is it? It's 1:20, so this goes till 3. So I've got basically an hour and a half left. Come on, man, just give me an hour and a half. Oh, there's a thump. And there's a run. That might be an upgrade. That is an upgrade. Holy crap. Don't come off, baby. Don't come off. Oh my gosh. Come on, man. Stay on. That's a nice fish. Stay on. Oh, stay on. That's a nice fish. Come on, man. Holy cow. That's a nice bass. Come on, baby. No, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Shit, that is a huge fish. Oh, come on, man. Just one. Yes! Holy crap! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That may be a 5-pound bass. Oh my Lord! Oh my God, that thing is huge. Dear Lord, that's a big bass. Oh my goodness. Oh, get back in there, get back in there. Holy crap. Golly. I don't know what to do. Let me get out of this stuff here real quick. On the daggone Senko. Holy cow, that is a big fish. That may, yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can actually weigh this thing. .8 pounds. Let me get him off the. Yeah, 3.8 pounds, so almost a 4-pounder. Holy cow. God, I thought that was bigger than that, but it's probably maybe post spawn. All right, let's get this guy measured. Holy crap. That's a definite upgrade. Oh my gosh. That's why you keep fishing. That's one of the biggest bass of my entire life. All right, buddy. Oh my Lord, that is a huge bass. No, stay in there. Come on, big boy. That is a 20. No, gee, Merry Christmas, stay. That's why you have the God dang it. That's why you put your net there. Well, I promise you I'm letting you go. That's a 20.5-inch bass. Holy cow. Where's my marker? That is crazy. God, it's a big bass. Dear Lord. His head is stuck under my damn tackle box. God, what the hell'd you do, man? Jiminy Christmas. Well, this is gonna be a lot of editing. Just stop winding up. Golly. Oh my Lord. Buddy. Oh my Lord. That is a huge bass. 20.5 inches. I've caught one other 20.5 incher, and that was pre-spawn, and that was 5 pounds. This one was almost 4. Oh my gosh. All right, I gotta get him back in the water. Probably gonna be dead. I don't know. Dear Lord, that was crazy. There he goes. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was nerve-wracking. Lord have mercy. Yeah, there'll be a lot of editing on that, I guarantee you. Holy cow. I can't believe that just happened. Oh my gosh. Well, that's why you keep fishing, I reckon. All right. I'm shaking. I am shaking. Oh my gosh. I got fish slime all over me, the boat. Golly, that is crazy. 20.5 inches. I just took over first place. I have 48 inches. Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. I just took over first place. All right. I'm shaking. Oh my God, I'm shaking. Okay, all right, we got to get this done. I got an hour and 15 minutes, and I always say I'm throwing the Cinco. Oh my Lord, what a day. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my gosh. Okay, we still got an hour and 15 minutes. Aaron's a good fisherman. He has live scope, so I've got to try and upgrade that 14 incher, because I'm only like maybe, I want to say a 1/4 of an inch ahead of him or 1/2 an inch ahead. So if he upgrades again, he will take it back. But either way, I am on the top of the leaderboard with an hour and 15 minutes to go. All right, let's keep fishing. Oh my Lord, I got a headache. This is awesome. Woo, here we go. I don't even know where I caught that fish. I think it was in this area. I really don't even remember now. Like I said, I have got a headache. My heart rate is still way up there. Well, one of my goals was to catch bigger bass this year, and you know what? I've met that goal. Oh, what fun, what fun. When I was fishing over on the other area, I noticed that the water was becoming really muddy and stained from all of the boat traffic. And I looked over and I saw this bank, and it has shade, and it's a rock facing bank. It's anywhere from 8 to about 17 feet deep. So it's really perfect for the Senko. And obviously, at least one big mama was there. And you can see her tail was all red from spawning. So had that bass been post-spawn, I would have probably had close to a 5-pounder. But either way, it doesn't matter. And kayak, one thing about kayak tournaments, it's all based on length, because it's catch, photo, and release. So weight does not matter. But when you go by the, oh, there's a thump and a thump. That may be another upgrade. Need to upgrade my 13. I don't know. I don't know. Stop. Let's see real quick. I don't know why it's not getting all. Let me see. I don't think that's going to upgrade, but we'll see. Lord, I can't take another big one like that one, but I will take it if I got it. Stop. Would you stop? No, it's, let's see, well, close your mouth, and 12 1/4, so a keeper for the kayak tournament, but not big enough to upgrade me. All right, they're still biting. Get that out of there. All right, Bubby, thank you. Check this, these are my last 2 of the red bug. I've got a ton of them at home, but I thought I had more in my bag, but I don't. I've got blueberry and green pumpkin and all kinds of colors, but just one more red bug. So I got 2 more to go. Then I'm gonna have to go to blueberry, I guess. Oh, lordy. And I don't, if you can see, there's that little slot, and what I like to do is I like to hook it right through the slot at the very end, right there toward the middle. That's where I like to hook my my Senkos, and it seems to have a nice flutter when it goes down. As far as the fish, I guess the fish like it. So I've only got 1 more of those left, and about an hour to fish. So all right, let's keep going. Well, it's 2 o'clock, so I've got an hour to fish. And you know, I can't fish any faster. I'm going to obviously keep fishing the Senko. I'd love to get one 15-incher, and I think at least an upgrade from a 13-incher. So, you know, I hope that picture shows 20.5, because that bottom of its little tail was touching the 1/2 inch mark. I know it's all got to be, they'll verify it and all that stuff, but my goodness, that was a big fish. There's not a big bass prize, or I would have won that anyway. Well, I guess there's just not enough people for big bass, but I would have won big bass. You know what, if I make a little money, it's all good. Come on out of there, big boy. Come out of there. I don't know if it's an upgrade or not. Feels all right, but let's see. I don't think so. I don't think that's an upgrade. I think that's another 12. Down in the sticks there. Yeah, I would have counted right at 12, but not what I need. Okay, let's keep trying. Really would like to upgrade one time. Thank you, buddy. Crap, I have a network here. I have no coverage. I wanted to see if anybody had upgraded. All right. Oh well. I guarantee you Aaron's fishing feverishly now. Oh, there's a fish. That might be an upgrade. That just might be an upgrade. Come on, baby. Get in there. Oh, come on, be 15. I don't think it's 15. Oh, Lord. I don't know. We'll see. This is so nerve-wracking. Let's see what we got here. All right, big boy. Wind up. No, just 13. Yeah, solid 13. All right, bub, I'll get you out of here. Shoot. I really need a 15. All right, buddy. Oh, wow, he was barely hooked. Ha! Gee, Merry Christmas. There you go, big boy. That's why you use the net. If I'd have pulled him up without the net, he would have come off. And it'd been okay, but I wouldn't have known. I would have probably thought, oh, there goes my 15-incher. All right, I got one more yum dinger. 30 minutes. Oh. Come out of there. Yeah, he's a little one. Just a little one. Yeah. Well, I'm in first right now, but we'll see. I think I'm ahead by like 1/4 of an inch. So I just got my fingers crossed that that holds. I've got a, what have I got? I got a 20 and a half. That's what put me in the top.
Good luck. Hope you do. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, there's a bite. Might have been a bluegill. Nope, it's coming out here. I don't think that's an upgrade. Shoot. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's not an upgrade. We got 12 minutes. Lord. I'll fish this and I'll go down and fish that, and that'll be about all I can do. What a day, what a day. And I have no cell service here, so I have no idea if what everybody's done. So wish there'd been a best fish or biggest fish or biggest bass or whatever they call it. Yeah, I have no idea what the people may have done if they went down to there's a whole nother area you can I guess put into the lake, and I'm sure it's pretty remote, so they may not have had any coverage, so it's hard to figure out. I mean, someone could have had 50 or 60 inches, who knows. Although 60 inches would be 3 20-inch fish. That'd be big. That'd be a big day. I'm going to have a lot of editing to do. Oh my gosh, that big fish! Oh man, that was rough. And I need reading glasses, but I can see okay without them. But trying to get those pictures taken and make sure that I've got his mouth closed and that you can see the end of his tail, that my identifier's on there. Tournament fishing is nerve-wracking. You know, one reason I don't do a lot of it is because it really is nerve-wracking. I mean, it's fun. I mean, and especially today, I mean, I've caught more fish. Well, this is by far the best tournament I've ever had. Even had it been a 5-tournament or a 5-fish tournament, I would have maxed it out too. So I would have done, I think, well either way. But I mean, a bunch of 13, whatever, 12, 13 inchers, but I would have maxed out the limit, which is what you want to do. First thing you want to do is get your limit. And then from there you go to trying to, we got fish on, trying to upgrade. Be an upgrade, baby. Oh, shoot. Well, not an upgrade, and my last worm, so I'm gonna have to put on a blueberry. All right, I'm getting another worm here. These are the June bug, so it's a blue. It's very similar to the red bug, but it's got that blue and blue flake in it. Very similar, so I don't think it'd be that big of a difference. But I love the red bug. That is by far my favorite, no doubt about it. All right, get this back behind me. Shoot, I just need an upgrade, and I've got 7 minutes to do it. Actually less than 7, because I got to get it measured and photoed. So I got about 5 minutes, given that the fish will, you know, works with me. All right, I just snagged up. All right, this is probably gonna be about my last cast. I've got 6 minutes. And if I catch anything worth photographing, I'm going to have to get it done quickly. 4 minutes. Crap. Well, I don't think I can get a fish hooked, landed, and photographed in 4 minutes. So it's going to be what it's going to be. But I have fished hard this tournament, so I feel proud about that. All right, it's 2:57. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I can't do anything else. It is what it is now. Either it's gonna hold or not gonna hold, but well, I need to use my brown jug, and then I'll do a wrap up and we'll head back to the boat ramp. What a day, what a day. Well, trying to get that where it's somewhat stable. What a day. 20.5-inch bass, 48 inches I think total, and the last time I could see the leaderboard, I actually was in the lead. Now I mean by a thin margin, so if Aaron caught anything probably bigger than an inch upgrade, he's going to beat me. But whatever it is, I am just thrilled. What a day of fishing. Best day ever for me for freshwater bass fishing. I am so stoked right now. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. I gotta make it safe for young ones to listen to, because that big bass threw me for a loop. And but anyway, I just want to say, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching, number one. I hope you find these videos entertaining or enjoyable or educational. Please subscribe. If you made it this far, you may as well. I try to get out at least once a week, sometimes twice, but at least once a week. And I'll fish all the fresh water I can in a not too long, a few years, couple years or so. I'll be down to the ocean. That's why I have Old Man by the Sea as my name, because when I retire, that's what I want to be, an old man by the sea. So this old man is tired. I'm going to head back to the ramp. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. I will give an update at the end as far as what place I came in. Thanks for watching. 2 thumbs up. 1, 2. Woo, what a day, what a day.